Guys, I'm here with Mr. Andy Jaggard, who is one of the memoirists that we've been working with, published author of Shakespeare Press. Really briefly, just a couple minutes, what is this book actually about? What did you want to cover? What was the goal of writing this?
Well, it's unusual in the sense that my
Uh,
father had written this memoir, which I discovered a few days after his death,
yes.
and for whatever reason, it ended abruptly, and it was
Yeah.
quite promising when I read it.
Yeah.
And we put it away for 20 years, didn't know what to do with it, and then 3 years ago, the idea came to us we ought to try and finish my father's memoir on his behalf.
And also just to add something for anyone who already thinks this sounds interesting, Andy's grandfather made the bold claim that he was related to William Jaggard. Is that right?
Well, he claimed he was a direct lineal
And
descendant
yeah.
of William Jaggard, his namesake, who was the printer of Shakespeare's first folio in 1623.
What were the sort of like challenges or sticking points that you were running into where you felt like this is making it difficult to finish this book?
Well, I mean, the simple way of saying it would be I really didn't know what I was doing. How should I write it? Because although I've, written in terms of my job, I've never attempted a book. So, I had no real sense of in what sort of style or how I should write it. How to structure the book was tricky as well because there's my father's story, my grandfather's story, and eventually my own story of researching the book. So there's sort of three voices in the book.
Three
Which,
voices, and also for
yeah.
memoir, this is something that we see all the time because people have such a I mean, there are so many memories, and if it involves more than one person, then multiple lifetimes worth of memories to sort through.
Mm,
The book can't just be in chronological order everything that happened, because that wouldn't be interesting to read, right? What we really need
mm.
to figure out is how to have this not just be a timeline, but how to have this be an engaging story that you're telling. And for memoirists, that's usually the work that we do. That's really the key.
I mean, obviously people will be aware of your book finishing process and having been through it, I think all the parts of that process were good. Sometimes found myself, responding to the various questions and the exercises in a kind of free flow
Yeah,
that got me a lot clearer about
focusing things.
whatever it
Yeah,
whatever it was. The second thing, which was great, I thought, was our your review of the draft. You were asking questions, Andy, why are you saying that? And I would say, because of this, and this. And you'd say something like, well, why didn't you say that? So,
right.
so there were questions that uncovered other things I needed to put in there. So what was really great about that process, it was like a conversation between you and I that was
Exactly.
going on online alongside the draft of the book that I was then able to look back on, think about, and be stimulated to then change,
Yeah.
adapt.
Tell us a little bit about the book launch. We were talking about that earlier, but if you want to kind of tell everybody how that went and what you did.
Yeah, sure. I mean, obviously it had to be in Stratford because of
Yes.
course Shakespeare was from Stratford. We thought we should be in the old bookshop, which is now a very smart restaurant. For anyone who goes to Stratford, go into the Vintner restaurant.
Right.
We have a picture of the book up on the wall now with a little bit of the story,
Brilliant.
and we held the first bit of the book launch. We had a drinks reception for people that had been involved in different ways in the book. People who had been helped with the family tree research, people who had been book reviewers,
Yeah.
other authors that were involved, and it was a nice buzz to be in the room. It's actually featured on the cover of the book.
Unfortunately, I already had tickets booked to go somewhere else, to fly somewhere else, and so I couldn't make it to that event, which sucks. But I mean, Andy sent me some pictures anyway, which is good. So, for anybody who just watched that interview the whole way through and you're curious about Andy's book, Andy, where should people find this if they want to pick up a copy for themselves?
Well, we have a author. Sounds a bit grand. We have a web page
Yeah,
which
perfect.
has all the information, links to Amazon. You
Yeah,
can buy it online through Waterstones. I mean, the simplest way on Amazon, you just Google Shakespeare Press,
perfect.
and um, it's also available online through Waterstones.
Well,
Yeah.
Andy, I really enjoyed talking about that. So thanks for coming to speak with me.
Well, thank you very much for your help. It's true,
Absolutely.
Max. I couldn't have done it without you, and the process was very, very good. It was a great experience.
Good.
So thank
Good.
you.
I'm glad. Yeah, no, my pleasure. It was really, really gratifying to hear that. Again, anybody that wants to pick up Andy's book, you can do so from the links in the post above. Otherwise, Andy, thanks for coming on. And guys, bye for now.